Is up, Goat World? This is Kurt, also known as American Time Machine. I'm here to bring you the top 16 deck profiles from the latest Format Library Championship. This is number 37, and there was a lot of fun to be had on the day, and this is for GOAT format. If you want to get in on these tournaments, these ones, the Format Library Championships, are free, so get in at the formatlibrary.com Discord or at the goatformat.com Discord, and you can find out very quickly how to get into these tournaments. Again, there's a lot of fun to be had. I might not mention every single card on the list. If it's stuff like Trinity, you know, your Pot of Greed, your Delinquent Duo, I might not mention every single card if it seems pretty standard, just to move through these pretty quickly. We got a lot of ground to cover. If I miss something, feel free to leave it in the comments. I won't fight you on that. But without further ado, let's get into it. In the top 16, we have Shaggy Powers. He's running a Chaos Return deck. Kind of spicy here. We got the Blade Knights, 2 Blade Knights, and a DD Warrior Lady. We got a nice little light engine. Got 3 Shining Angel and 2 Cyborg. A lot of lights going on. And those lights, you don't often see them in standard play that much anymore. So pretty cool to see those. We have 3 Dekoichis. We have 3 Gravekeeper Spy. We have a Book of Moon. We have 2 Dust Tornadoes and 2 Return from a Different Dimension. Pretty cool to have that going on, and definitely can make some very powerful plays getting that activated in a battle phase when your opponent does not expect it. We have 3 Solemn Judgments, we have Torrential Tribute, and 2 Trap Dust Shoots. A lot of spice in the side. We have Cannon Soldier, we have Giant Orc, we have Jinzo, we have New Doria, we have Skilled Dark Magician, 3 Sakuretsu Armor. So very cool list, very cool to see that going on. Congratulations on your top 16 finish. All right, now we'll get on to Pot the Master, also in the top 16. Looks like we are running another form of Chaos Return. And this time we're playing Dark Magician of Chaos, making sure to get that breaker in there. Playing Jinzo in the main, the 3 Gravekeeper Spy. We got Magician of Faith in this list. The 3 Thunder Dragons also have a discard engine with Raigeki Break. Also electing to play 2 Cyborg and 1 Mind Control. Very, very interesting. We're playing 2 Upstarts in this list. There's the returns. I might have said that already. And we have the 2 Trap Dust Shoots. In the side, we have Karibo. Yeah, Karibo can be effective in some matchups, like Stein Gates or Mini Reasoning Gates. Yeah, that can be very effective. We do have the Mobius. We have 1 Zambira. Then we have 2 Mind Control, 2 Walks this time. We got a Swords of Revealing Light, getting a lot of popularity these days, and some other standard battle traps in here. So congrats to Pot the Master on your top 16 finish. Now, another top scene list. We're going to go with Nick Mickey's. It sounds German. Mr. German Man. We're going to get into your list here. It looks like we are also playing. It's hard to call it necessarily Chaos Return if there's 1 copy of Return, but we'll go. There's a lot of these returns in this top 16. Looks like people are having a lot of fun playing with that now. We have 2 Blade Knight in here, and we have 2 DD Warrior Lady this time as well. He electing to play a small Rhoda package, having that Donnie Zalug. We have Exiled Force, then the 3 Gatekeeper Spy. Up here we have the Barrel Dragon. Don't see too many Barrel Dragons anymore, but very cool. We have the Strike Ninja, which can banish those darks from the graveyard. 2 Book of Moon. We're electing to play Lightning Vortex as well. That's very interesting. We have the 2 Dust Tornadoes, Call of the Haunted. Then we have 1 Jar of Greed. Then we have 2 Solemn Judgments and a Torrential Tribute. We're playing 2 Karibo on the side. Don't see that too often. We've got the 2 Kaikus. We do have a Ceasefire on the side. We do have a Widespread Ruin, which we often don't see. And, yeah, that's a little relative of Donald Zalug over here. I believe this is the one that can take care of traps. Very, very cool to see all these texts. Congratulations on Mr. German for making your top 16 finish. Now we're going to get into Gerhat. I think it's how you say it. Gerhat. All right, we have pretty much a standard Chaos Turbo list, close to standard. We do have 2 Dekoichis. Many people are playing 2 nowadays. Pretty standard ratios otherwise. Let's see if there's much different. We're electing to play 3 Jar of Greed. Not everyone is on that. And Raigeki Break instead of Phoenix Wing. That's pretty standard, but some people do elect to play Phoenix Wing. We are playing Torrential Tribute in the main. Very interesting choice. Some people elect to do that. And we have 2 Trap Dust Shoot. Some of you people are electing to play one, but we got two in here. In the side, we have Solemn Judgment. We have one copy of Desert Sunlight, very cool, probably coming in against aggro strategies or warrior strategies to protect those darks and your flips. We do have Kinetic Soldier in here. We do have Azora Priest. We have Kaiku, and we have two copies of Zambaira. Congrats on your top 16 finish. We got some more top 16 finishes. We have Purple Drunk. Purple Drunk is also on Turbo. Not much different than the last list that we've seen, but we are playing those Phoenix Wing Wind Blasts. Yeah, those can be very, very effective in the mirror match, just from personal experience. And so you might bet on playing Chaos Turbo all day. Sometimes if you put a Tribute Summon on top of the deck, that feels real bad for the opponent. Not gonna lie, but that's the main difference from the other list. We're gonna get in the side tech 3 Messenger apiece. Yeah, a little spice report there. All right, cool. That can be very effective against warriors and a lot of strategies really that aim to be aggressive. You can put pressure on things like Reasoning Gates, put a lot of pressure to make them draw their True Nades. If they don't draw True Nades, well, they're going to be sitting for a while, that's for sure. Playing a little control package in here, 2 Mind Controls, and we got a little couple, yeah, we got Cypher Soldier, Kinetic Soldier, and we have Zambaira the Dark. Congratulations, Purple Drunk, on your top 16 finish. More top 16, we have Professor Hastig. Looks like playing a bit of Chaos Control here. Yeah, electing to do some different ratios here. We have 3 Dekoichi, no Gravekeeper Spy. We have 3 Magician of Faith. We have 3 Metamorphosis. Very cool to see 3 Metamorphosis coming in. Just 2 Scapegoats. We have 3 Jar of Greed. You don't see that many Jar of Greeds in control decks that often, which is cool to see. We have 1 Discard Trap. We have 2 Solemn Judgment and a Torrential Tribute. In the side deck, a lot of people on that Karibo. We have 2 Mystic Swordsman, 3 Kaiku, different ratios for sure. We do have this little package of a Rhoda to search out those warriors. That's kind of neat. And then we have another Discard Trap into Sakuretsu Armor. Congratulations, Professor Hastig, on your top 16 fin. Moving on, we have Dueling High. He's been seeing a lot of play this year and a lot of tops as well. This time he went back to Warriors. I know he likes to experiment with other decks, but tried and true, Warriors are here to stay. You got to grab that copy of the Book of 5 Rings and brush up on your swordsmanship, because you're not matched for Dueling High. All right, he has 3 Blade Knight. We have pretty other standard ratios otherwise, but some differences here. We have 2 Kaiku. Some people play 1. We have Mask of Darkness. Mask of Darkness is cool and can get back a lot of traps. There are a ton of traps in this strategy, so Mask of Darkness is not a bad choice whatsoever. And Warriors can run a little bit low on Darks. There's only 1 searchable Dark, so it's kind of cool to see another Dark coming in. Then we have, let's see, anything else? Well, we'll go over these ratios. I think not everyone else plays 2 Dust Tornado, 2 Jar of Greed. Getting consistency in there. Not every Warrior list will play 2 Jar of Greed. Only 2 Trap Dust Shoot, 3 Solemn, and other pretty standard stuff, I would say. In the side, we got the 3 Spy. We have Morphing Jar of Faith. We have King Tiger Wangu. Yeah, Wangu is going to be very effective against control. Other pretty standard stuff in Sing Sang Hu, which can target 2 face-down traps. Very cool to see that in a lot of players elect to play it at a copy because it can be a very effective against a lot of strategies, really. Congrats once again, Dueling High, on your top 16 finish. Now we got Delinquent. He's on Steingate. This is the reason everybody's playing Karibo in their side decks. Pretty cool. All right, not a whole lot that is different. Some people like to play 3 Stein. We do have a Brain Control. We do have 2 Megamorph. Megamorph isn't often seen, but it can make your monster super, super big very quickly. Monster Gate, 3 Reasoning, pretty standard. We have 3 Jar of Greed, and we have Reckless Greed as well. You see that a lot, but we also have a Token Thanksgiving. You don't often see that. Sometimes one cheeky thing people like to do is if they're playing Steingate, sometimes you just leave the 4 tokens on the field. Well, this can be used against control, and it can also remove your own tokens when you have a game push. So I imagine that's what this person was going for. In the side deck, they do have a Chaos package. It's very cool to see that. We have the Cranes. Yeah, that can be interesting to bring in, I think, post-side. We have the 3 Dimension Fusion, 3 Dimension Fusion. Then we have a Metamorphosis, another Token Thanksgiving. going to be a very interesting list for this top 16. Congratulations to Delinquent on making it here. Now we're in the top 8. We have JCVD. We're going to call it Chaos Turbo, but he's a big fan of playing a couple extra cards as well. We do have one copy of Metamorphosis. Going to be very good and certain times. Going to have Sinister Serpent and your 2 level 1s, of course. Also, you can make level 5s on occasion. Going to be very good. And we have Cyberjar and we have Dark Magician of Chaos. Only playing the 1 Dekoichi, but I've seen what this deck can do. Maybe sometimes maybe it's clunky, but it has very, very powerful plays. That is the trade-off. So he's been a very good pilot of this deck specifically from what I have seen. Also playing a True Nade, going to be playing a Premature Burial as well. And we have 1 Dust Shoot, a couple Jars of Greed. Then we have a couple discard traps as well. Got those Raigeki breaks in the side deck. We have Tomato. We have a Tomato and Reaper package. Also a creature swap package. Also Metamorphosis and a control package with those scapegoats. Also 2 Decree. We have Torrential. A lot of good stuff as well. But yeah, very cool stuff to see here. Kind of resembles a bit of Ron Control as well, but there might be 1 or 2 cards difference, but definitely some elements there. Congrats to JCVD on your top 8 finish. Moving on, we have Hey, it's Pedro playing some Panda Burn. Juicy, juicy, num num burn. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this. If you haven't seen Burn, well, you're going to see it now. I would say this is a pretty standard Burn list, but Burn doesn't get much love, so we'll go over some of the card by card. All right, so we have Big Shield Gardener at 2 copies. 2 copies. That's unusual to see, but very cool. Of course, jars are going to gain you a lot of value when they go off, so you kind of want to protect them if you can. We have 3 Giant Rats. Not everyone plays 3. 3 Panda. We have 3 True Nade. Also an interesting choice, but no Heavy Storm. We have the Floodgates, of course. If you're playing Burn, you got a Floodgates. Just what you got to do. 2 level limit area B. We do have the Desert Sunlight. That can go hard for sure. We have Ceasefire. Ceasefire can get in for big amounts of damage on occasion and can be pretty effective against Chaos Turbo. Got the 3 Just Desserts, got the 3 Secret Barrel. Gonna be getting lots of burn. We got the biggest floodgate potentially that they have, Ojama Trio. It's a weird floodgate, that's for sure, but definitely different mechanically. Got Shield and Sword. Great anime card. I love that anime card in the side deck. Particularly if you make this beat over BLS, please send me the replay. It is just amazing to see. You gotta love that. But we do have the Cypher Soldier. We do have the Enemy Controller. Let's see that come in. United We Stand. You can get some big boys with United We Stand. And we do have Magic Cylinder, might be coming against aggro strategies, and some other spicy stuff. Got some Breaker, got some Tribe, just in case. Maybe you're running into Control. I'm not entirely sure. But, hey, it's Pedro. Good job on that top 8 finish. We get into another top 8. We got Madcap. Also, 2 Panda Burns. That's it, yeah. Or not, excuse me. This is Cat Burn. Cat Burn plays very similarly to Panda Burn in many regards, but yeah, Rescue Cat can be a bit more explosive when it wants to be. A lot of times you'll be holding that cat until it's time to pull the trigger with that last will, and you're also playing Stein, so Stein can get on the field. Madcap, from what I know, Madcap plays a lot of burns, so maybe he thinks that this is more effective than previous burn strategies. Very possible. You might have to ask him. But yeah, kind of cool to see that Cat Burn is doing its things. Personally, I like playing against Cat Burn a little bit better. I think maybe it's slightly more interactive, but you do have the typical floodgates otherwise. You do have Mindless Radiant. Again, got that Cyber Stein, can summon a whole lot of stuff that can get in for a lot of damage, and playing United We Stand in the main, along with Swords of Revealing Light. Also have Prima. Prima can be super interesting as well. Get that Exiled Force combo with the Last Will and into the Prima, recycling your Exiled Force. That can be very effective. No doubt about that. On the side, we have typical stuff. We have this cannon card that's pretty interesting. Might have to inform us what that is for. Leave a comment if you know what that is precisely for. And Delinquent Dubo on the side. Pretty interesting. Might want to play the long game with other strategies. Very cool deck. Thank you for participating. We'll get into another top 8. We got Ghost Rider. Very, very active player. he's a big fan of Solemn Judgment, but no Solemn Judgment today. Maybe that's just a meta call. Pretty much just standard turbo today, but some differences. Among other lists, we have 3 discard traps with those Raigeki breaks, and we have 1 torrential tribute in the main. Everything else is pretty standard for Chaos Turbo. But in the side, we do have a package. We have a little warrior package. Yeah, we got the Zombriver, and we have the 2 Blade Knights. We have 2 Dust Tornado, very interesting, and there's the Solemn Judgments. That's the Ghost Rider trademark that we know. And we also have a couple Mind Control, pretty standard for that Mind Control. But congrats, Ghost Rider, on your top 8 finish. We are one more top 8, or 4th place. Excuse me, 4th place. We have Mythic Piper. Mythic Piper. Sorry, we're just going to do standard turbo. it's standard turbo, guys. I'm sorry. We had pretty much an identical main deck list already, so nothing really to see here. We see those 3 Jar of Greeds. Hey, I'm going to defend turbo here. Turbo is always interesting to play. It's just not always interesting to talk about. That's the difference. Turbo gets a lot of hate, but hey, it's very beatable. It's a flagship deck. It's lost a lot of matches this year. I think the deck is totally fine. It's interesting to play, not always interesting to talk about, but we got the side deck. Side deck is interesting. Here we got 3 Sacker. We do have a Needle Ceiling. Gotta love seeing that Needle Ceiling. We do have the Kaiku. We have 2 Kinetic Soldier. We do have, maybe we got a Time Tech. Time Tech, this can be a Time Tech. We have a Cannon Soldier and the Asura Priest maybe coming in for those control matchups. Congrats to Mythic Piper on your 4th place finish. All right, we'll get into 3rd place. Aleph, yeah. Aleph, he loves to play some Relinquished. Oh, I gotta love it. Oh, I love seeing Relinquished get a 3rd place finish. That's pretty awesome. A lot of times there's typical Chaos monsters, but you got 1 Dekoichi, you got 2 Gravekeeper Spy. You do have your 3 Searchers in Manju and Senju. 1 copy of Senju. I like to see the Senju coming in. We do have the Spirit Reaper. This deck can play rather interestingly, I would say. It can be a little bit weak to Trap Dust Shoot, but yeah, if you open the sauce, you open the sauce. That's for sure. We got the Quished. Chances are this hit the field a lot, and you love to see this on the field. It's so exciting when that hits the field. We got the 3 Jar of Greed, got to have that consistency, got 2 discard traps, and we have a TT, and we have a Trap Dust Shoot. In the side, we have a Berserk Gorilla. Gotta love seeing that. Typical stuff, 2 Dust Tornado, a Phoenix Wing, and another Dust Shoot. I like siding discard traps. I think that is a very underutilized strategy, siding those discard traps. Good job on your 3rd place finish. We're going into 2nd. Heavyology getting some Gumo Sumo. Gumo the Sumo. You can put this guy on the board. He says, "Face me." And then your opponent says, "Well, I drew Pot of Greed for turn." And you say, "Drop off." This guy says, "Face me!" Oh, this is a fun deck. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it hurts to lose to this because you don't feel like you had a chance to interact, but you got to love that this came onto the scene this year. And there are certain, like, really interesting interaction points for sure, even though it leaves your opponent with a lot of dead hands. Every deck in GOAT format can be very hard to pilot. I just want to make that very clear. So no hate for people that bring this kind of... There are easy games, that's for sure, but I played the deck, and every deck is hard to pilot optimally. So we got to give it up for people that bring it in. I think this might be a carbon copy of Easy to Slay Use deck, but nothing wrong with that. Because this deck is still fresh this year, we'll go over some of it. We got 3 Blade Knights, we got 2 DD Ass, we have the DD Warrior Lady, Exiled Force, we have 2 Jiragumo, and we have the Fierce Gaia. Gotta love Fierce Gaia. Do have the Trinity, of course. We have the Rhodas, very small monster count, only 11. We have 3 compulsory evacuation device. We have the 3 drop-offs. We have the 3 time seals, 3 judgment TT, and the 3 trap dust shoots in the side. We have this guy, we have Jiaogen the Spiritualist, going to be good for putting down normal summons. 3 Dust Tornado. We have Royal Oppression. We have Sakuretsu Armor and 3 Threatening War. Gotta love that list. Good job, Heavyology, on your 2nd place finish. You know this deck is always threatening. It can take first at any moment. You never know what's going to happen. But this time, Gumo just didn't win enough coin flips because we got 1st place. And if you didn't know, well, now you know. It is Chaos Turbo. And in this list, we are running a higher monster count. We got the 3 Dekoichis. Gotta love that. Gotta love the consistency. But 1 Jar of Greed. That's a little bit different. And the 3 Trap Dust Shoot in the main. Yeah, must have just put in work all day. That is fine. You got TT. Most people don't play 3, but yeah, those dust shoots must have done some serious work on the day. That's very interesting. On the side, got some pretty normal stuff. Do have the Mystic Swordsman level 2 coming in and the 2 Dust Tornado. Dust Tornado has been really popular this tournament. Not sure exactly why, but yeah, it's a pretty good trade, a pretty good 1-for-1, and sometimes it can help you play around Trap Dust Shoot. Don't know if that's what everyone was going for, but you can certainly do that. There were 111 players at this event. I think anytime you get over 100 players, it ends up being a whole lot of fun. So if you guys join, let's get this up to 200. Open field, oh man, those tournaments are a blast. Way more fun than, having 20 to 25 people. 100, man, you never know what you see. But again, you can check out the goatformat.com Discord, formatlibrary.com Discord. Come check out these tournaments. Be a part of the action. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. I'm American Time Machine. Check out my music if you like to. I will see you all next time. Thank you, guys. Peace out.